This is John Paul. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. This video here is about Joe Rogan and how Spotify is apparently not releasing what they promised, being that they said they were going to release everything that Joe had, but they're cutting certain episodes. Famously, they're cutting one with Alex Jones. If you don't know who he is, he's a guy who got kicked off YouTube for supposedly hate speech. Now, I don't believe in hate speech. There's no such thing as hate speech. I mean, there is, but it's like very, very rare and fringe. Not what Alex Jones was doing. He was just doing pretty much conspiracy theory, stuff like that. You know, hate speech to me has to be like death-threatening, like really, really heavy racism for no reason at all, something like that. You know, it's just a way to control. Anyway, let's take a look. The comedian serves as host of the Joe Rogan Experience, which became available to Spotify subscribers on Tuesday, sans a handful of episodes featuring controversial guests. And here, they give a pretty long list of the guests who are not featured, and like I said, the most famous one out of the list is Alex Jones. And they go on to say a few others. Honestly, I don't know every single person on the list, but I'll assume they've got content that Spotify doesn't want to feature, which is wrong, because they're supposed to feature it all. So, Fox News is where I got this from, and they actually asked Spotify for a response, a clarification, which they didn't get. And, you know, they're pretty big. They're not like some small news source. They've got 6 million followers on YouTube alone, subscribers rather, on YouTube alone. So I can imagine their TV network has at least something like that, if not more. So, you know, they're a pretty big name not to give an answer to. And they go on to, you know, confirm that the entire library was supposed to be available. So they're also breaking promises to the customers. And then they ask and then a blogger responds and pitches in her opinion about it. I don't know exactly who she is. I'll assume she's got a decent following. And her name's pretty tough. I'll try. Mikaelia Peterson. And she says, okay, getting demonetized from YouTube is one thing. At least they didn't shut down my channel. However, this is completely different. Spotify is not uploading select Joe Rogan episodes, including my episode. So obviously, she was on Joe Rogan, and, you know, she's saying hers wasn't uploaded. I'm going to assume that she probably had some things to say they just didn't want to run, which again, kind of fucked up. What could anyone possibly say that you don't want to run? I mean, Nick Cannon made some outright racist statements about white people, how the color of their skin makes them evil, and if they could run that, well, I'd assume they could pretty much run anything. So why aren't they running off Joe's? Well, I mean, you know, that wasn't Spotify, but what I mean is media. These platforms, these tech giants. So then, you know, there was speculation about whether Spotify is trying to control Joe's content, and obviously to an extent they are, but he claims that the contract said that he had complete creative control. Apparently not, unless they meant in the fine print creative control moving forward. But then again, if they say complete creative control, I would think that means complete creative control, or like I said, they pull one over on him. Fine print, something like that. I guess once in a while something will slip through that maybe Joe's lawyers missed. I don't know. But apparently, it doesn't seem like it's off to a great start. And I said this before on my other Joe Rogan videos, is that this deal will probably shrink his popularity and his reach. Because what happened to Howard Stern is he had multi-million followers, and then when he got a satellite radio deal that constricted him and restrained him, he got smaller. Because they pretty much owned him. And a lot of his following just didn't follow him over to satellite radio. I guess he thought it was going to be the future. Just like Joe Rogan thinks maybe Spotify and podcasting is going to be the future. Will it? Maybe. Maybe not. He was probably safer staying with his own control on YouTube and whatever else he wanted to be on. That's my opinion. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Let's do some shoutouts right now. Shout out to the Nightingale, I see you a lot, thank you very much. Shout out to Dark Angel 7091, thank you Dark Angel. And shout out to M. Lloyd. All you guys I see comment quite a bit, appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing shoutouts, Depth First Heard, pop culture, whatever comes up, the occasional Star Wars video. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.